Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, guys, President Trump is still speaking as he is activating the National Guard troops and taking total control of the capital of the United States of America, Washington, D.C. He is tired of the drive-by shootings. He's tired of the drug overdoses. He's tired of the violence, the beatings, the killings, the murders, the crime, the carjackings. He's just tired of it all. And we don't have to live that way. And let me tell you more about that. But you're going to hear the word police state. But let's talk about it. Let me put a shout out right now, if I can, for a recent clinical trial found that participants using just 10 grams of collagen every day for 8 weeks saw up to 20% increase in skin hydration, 17% improvement in elasticity while visibly reducing their wrinkles. If you're aiming to boost skin health, collagen is a must-have, but typical collagen supplements found on the store shelves don't always do the job, guys. This is why I've been telling you this for 8 years. BioTrust makes the best. This special blend of 5 different types of collagen from fish and plants. I mean, guys, seriously, I'm telling you, it makes your skin look and feel so much better. It helps improve it. It proves that with these 5 premium types of collagen, it needs to help reduce the wrinkles. And since I've been taking it, and since many of you are, your skin is smooth. Just 1 scoop in the soup or in a cup of coffee, guys. Are you serious? It just makes all the difference in the world. I just want you to find your way. It's tasteless. It's odorless. You'll become ageless. Do it now. Go right now to click on that link below the video. Go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. You'll be glad that you did. So, yeah, I mean, it's incredible what we're going to see here. The webinar coming up is going to be amazing on August 29th. You can go and get your ticket for it. Warning, Planet Earth. And we're bringing in an all-star cast of speakers for this webinar. It will be special. Let me just say right now, Janine Pirro is at the podium right now. They're still holding a press conference. President Trump is announcing that he has declared a state of emergency for Washington, D.C. Trump activates the National Guard troops to fight totally out-of-control crime in Washington, D.C. I was getting ready to go live before he even stepped to the podium because I already had some information about it. But, for instance, there's more than half, 51% of all carjacking arrests in Washington, D.C. involves juveniles. 51% of carjacking is done by juveniles. A number of juveniles were arrested in Washington, D.C. has gone up by an outrageous percentage since 2020. D.C. police have arrested more than 2,000 juveniles in the year 2023 and 2024. And even though they've done that, can't keep up with the crime wave. I mean, the murders, the drive-by shootings, the carjackings, the theft, the burglaries, the violent crimes on the streets, the drug overdoses, the graffiti, the chaos, the trash, the violence. It is out of control. And we could sit here and we could say, well, that's just the way it is in these Democrat-run cities. And that's true in a lot of them. That is absolutely true. But the thing is, throwing our hands up and saying, well, that's just the way it is, that's not good enough. I mean, it's just not good enough. That's the way it is. Don't cut it. Fixing it does. And sometimes desperate times require, apparently, desperate measures. But you're going to hear the word police state, and you're going to hear a great cry coming out of the left. And I want to prepare you for it now in the media. Because when the police start cracking down and start hauling people off and start, you have to use a little bit of a heavy hand to bring it under control, you're going to hear the media. You're going to hear the left, politicians. You're going to hear judges trying to do injunctions. You're going to see this. You're going to see this. And they don't care about innocent people being beat up. They don't care about old people being killed. They don't care about women being raped. They don't care about children being abducted. They don't care about drive-by shootings, murders, and chaos. They just don't want you to take control of the situation. And this is a sad thing, but a lot of your politicians are making money off of human trafficking and drug trafficking and sex trafficking. A lot of your politicians are being paid under the table, or their campaigns are being funded by fentanyl and other things. This is why there was such a screaming about the border. They did not want that border to be shut down. And now that Trump's got that shut down, now it's time to clean up internally. President Trump, though, announced just a moment ago, matter of fact, he's back at the podium again. He's still talking, that he is activating the National Guard troops. He's taking over. Listen to this. He's taking over the Metropolitan Police Department. He is going to take it over and lead it. Tackle the crime in Washington after beefing up federal law enforcement presence in the nation's capital even on Saturday. I'm deploying, he said, the National Guard to help reestablish law and order and public safety in Washington, D.C. Trump told reporters he's still up there talking right now, and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. Trump also said that he would federalize the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington to respond to crime. So he's taking over the Metropolitan Washington, D.C. Police Department, and he's going to federalize them. And they're going to answer to the higher authorities from the national federal government. The National Guard troops are reserve forces that are mobilized in response to state and federal operations, including natural disasters, and are typically overseen by their respective state governments. However, Trump controversially deployed National Guard troops from California to respond to immigration riots back in June, bypassing California Governor Gavin Newsom, and he went ahead and dispatched the troops. He can't wait around for Gavin Newsom. The federal government oversees the District of Columbia National Guard. He doesn't need to ask any governors about doing that. He doesn't have to ask the mayor of Washington, D.C. either. Trump's remarks come just after he promised Washington would be liberated from crime, savagery, filth, and scum. That's President Trump's words in the post in Truth Social this morning. He said in the post that the days of ruthlessly killing and hurting and innocent people are over. Trump floats the idea, and I'm telling you right now, the gangs are going to react because they control the turfs in Washington, D.C., in Baltimore. He's not talking about Baltimore yet. But if you want to understand who's controlling the streets and these turfs, these gangs, they're in Washington, D.C., they're in Baltimore, they're in Philadelphia, they're in New York City, all over. They're in Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, Indianapolis, Louisville, Kentucky, Indianapolis, Indiana, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Kansas City, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and on and on and on and on. And the crime is out of control. Orlando, Florida, out of control. So the first thing you have to do is, if you want things to change, you have to change some things. And the president is going to set the bar by doing it first at the Capitol. Clean up the Capitol. And when that is done, then look at the other major cities in America and ask the question, how many more young people do we want to have die? You want to know something? I mean, there was 101 people shot on the 4th of July weekend in Chicago. 101. How many more people are going to die? You know, I remember Heidi 10 years ago. She said she couldn't take it no more. All these young, beautiful young people being shot every day in Gary, Indiana, Los Angeles, in Indianapolis, Indiana, Chicago, Illinois, especially in Chicago. And Heidi started a campaign that she would bring once a week, she would give you the names of all the young people who had been killed by drive-by shootings. And it was a huge list every week. And she gave you their names and how they were young and beautiful, and this shouldn't be happening. And it got overwhelming. And she kept praying and praying and praying. And that was one of the things that Rachel's heart was all about, was praying for the children. Well, finally, the prayers are going to be answered because God has put a person in place who isn't just going to sit there and watch the carnage, who is saying, why is this going on? Why don't we do something? And so by people, and I know the prayers, thank you, Miss CD, it takes prayer and fasting. That's exactly right. And because I believe the prayer and the fasting and the concern and the compassion to try to save the next generation is now going to have a response. Now, there's still going to be some things that's going to go wrong. There'll be some heavy-handedness at some time, I'm sure. There'll be some things that'll be off, won't be quite the way you should handle it. But when things get so bad that, you know, it requires, you have to take control. And anytime you go to take control, the devil don't let go easy. And so I'm going to say that we need to pray about this and pray for the law enforcement officers who put their lives on the line every day and have really been victims themselves. How many ambushes against police officers have there been? How many has there been? Warning, planet Earth. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. And you know what the Bible says was going on in the days of Noah? Violence had taken over the earth. The earth had been filled with violence, and men's hearts were on evil continually. Trump said, what a shame. The rate of crime, the rate of the muggings, the killings, the rapings, everything else. We're not going to let it. And that includes bringing in the National Guard, maybe very quickly. Trump also told reporters at the time that he was opening to take over Washington's Metropolitan Police Department. Well, he just did that this morning. He says, what's happening in our nation's capital is ridiculous. He said he's going to repave the roads, the potholes. He's tired of it. They're going to take down all the graffiti and clean it up. And they want to, he's tired of the filth. And this is it's totally out of control. So get ready, guys. This is going to be an intense operation, and there's going to be a lot of crying about it. Meanwhile, as Trump is cleaning up Washington, he's going to be sitting there meeting with Putin and maybe even Zelensky. We're getting all kinds of information now that it's possible that even Zelensky maybe, because out there, J.D. Vance has been working the scenes, behind the scenes, and trying to set it up to where Zelensky would come to the meeting. But I really think that this meeting, though, has to start with Trump and Putin. And then after that meeting, then you bring in Zelensky. Okay? And I kind of see it maybe having to be a two-step process. But I don't know. It's possible that Trump can get things worked out in advance so that when they show up in Alaska, you know, they can finish out the final detail. I don't know. Or don't be shocked if Putin cancels. I mean, don't be shocked if Putin, because Putin has said he'd be here, and I'll meet Zelensky there, and I'll meet him over here, and then he's a no-show. Don't be shocked. Putin does not care about the art of the deal. He has his own art of the deal. So keep your eyes open. You heard it here first. Do not be shocked if Putin says, no, I don't think I'm coming. I got some other stuff I got to do. I got a war to run. But I'll meet with you, President Trump. But I don't want to come to America. But here's one thing I did hear. That when it was announced that Putin was going to Alaska to meet with Trump, there was a tremendous celebration in Moscow. The people of Russia want this war to end. They want their family members to come home. They've lost a lot of their sons and their husbands and their fathers. And there was a big, they were celebrating because they're thinking, okay. And also they were very happy to hear that Trump invited Putin to America so that this is a way to get the Russian people are tired of being put in this corner and being sanctioned and difficult situations. And they're tired of being hated on by the world. You know, they don't, this isn't who they are. They don't want they don't want Putin's reflection, his shadow on them when they're not that way. So we're in the end times, guys. We're in exactly what the Bible said would happen. And think about it. Earthquakes, some kind of comet that's coming. So much so that it's got people scared to death of it. They don't know what it is. Just like the Bible said would happen. Wars and rumors of wars. Lawlessness and chaos in the streets. It's all going on right now. I'm serious. Give your life to Jesus Christ. I'm serious. I'm serious. Jesus is the way, the truth, the life, the only hope. I remember the night I first gave my life to Jesus. I was lost and all alone and so undone. There were pieces of me here, pieces of me there, and I was so broken. Then I asked Jesus, can you put me back together again? And I know where I was then. I know where I am now. You came to me and you saved me and turned my life around. And I know where I was then, Lord, and I know where I am now. You know, this walk in life, it's full of many decisions. And we live with each and every one we make. But the best decision I ever made was when I asked the Lord, can you come and heal this broken man that I am? And I know where I was
He came to me, and you saved me, and turned my life around. And I know where I was then, Lord, and I know where I am now. And I know where I was then, I know where I am now. You came to me, and you saved me. You turned my life around, and I know where I was then, Lord, and I know where I am now. I know where I was then, Lord, and I know where I am now.
It's a beautiful song, beautiful song. It's on our album, Harmonize and Prophesy. I'll be back, guys, with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. Let's get everybody saved that we can. And pray for America.